C.J. Stroud is a top 10 quarterback. I'm standing on it, argue with your mama. The number one factor in QB play is coaching. And I know y'all don't like to say it, it's boring, but it's the goddamn truth. Show me a good QB, I'll show you even better play caller. It's easy to ignore this, but it's the honest truth. A good play caller lets you go on a Super Bowl run without a wide receiver one. Look at Andy Reid and the Froggy Kansas City. A good play caller will limit his turnover-prone QB in the playoffs and lean on his run game and his defense. Sam Darnold and Gary's boy. And Sam Darnold was not an MVP candidate during the fucking year. 14 picks, and he was 15th in assists. I'm sorry, in attempt. 14 picks, and he was 15th in attempt. That man was third in interception, and the OC decided to take the ball out of his hands during the playoffs, lean on his run game, got to a Super Bowl and won. A good play caller will tap down his scheme to fit a certain type of player in it, i.e. Kellen Moore, Jalen Hurts. They ran like 8 plays that year and still won the Super Bowl. Now let's talk about Nick Caley. Nick Caley was a below-average OC last year. The little things hampered him. It was evident during the year, very, very, very early on, that we was no struggle. Look no further than the 2 minutes. The stuff that he did before the half, the not knowing whether to go or to stop or to go, that herky-jerky shit, it sucked, bro. And we sucked before the half. We were bad in 2 minutes. Not to mention his struggles getting plays in on time. And before y'all see it, it ain't CJ, because we saw him get plays in on time for the last 2 years. Rotating guards for a quarter of the season, neither one of them on this team this year. Playing Hutch and Kirk over the rookies, especially Kirk. My God, bro. Kirk all year long played over Jalen Noel. He even got a lot of the 2 wide receivers 6 snaps. It's shameful, bro. Leaving your rookie tackle on the island for a game-winning drive against Hines Allen, who had been working him all game. He was killing him all game. What does your OC do? Let's leave him on the island on the most important play of the goddamn game. How about not being able to scheme up any layups consistently, like good OCs do? I mean, come on, bro. Sean Payton give Bo Nix so many layups, people think he good. On top of all that, have you seen him on the sidelines? Caley look like an over-caffeinated elf. I'm like 100%, I ain't gonna say 100, bro. I'm like 98% sure he got like little pointy ears underneath that dirty-ass hat. Now, with all that said, he was still 13th in the scoring. And that's all that matters, bro. I don't care about the yards. I don't care about completion percentage. I don't care about rushing. No. Points. Same thing goes for defense. Points. Points and wins are the only thing that matter. And we were 13th. We scored more points than Denver. And everybody loved their offense. We scored more points than Green Bay. And y'all love Jordan Love. Nobody says these teams have a QB question or these QBs got to bounce back. O-line has been cheats for 3 years now. We know it. Bottom third in most metrics. We consistently got our ass handed to us in match with 10. Still managed to win 10-plus games every year so far. The injuries, especially in the playoffs, still 3 wins more than a lot of y'all favorite quarterback. I'll get here and now. Wins ain't a QB stat. I disagree. I think it's the only stat that matters for quarterbacks. Wins is the only stat that matters, bro. Nobody cares if you're an MVP, but you can't win the big game. Nobody cares. And yes. Let's just get out the way. Yes, CJ has melted in the playoffs, but I have faith he'll bounce back because it was not a lack of talent. It was really a lack of maturity. He didn't grasp the moment. He often took risks that we didn't see him take all year. I think he wanted to take it up a notch. And if you watch CJ, I mean at all, if you watch CJ I'm talking about back to college. If you watch CJ, do you know that things have a tendency to kind of snowball on him? And I know with age comes maturity. So I'm really grounded in the fact that the older he gets, the more mature he'll get, and the more he'll start to understand how not to let things kind of like snowball on him. That's stuff that every young person kind of works through, you know what I mean? He just happens to be our quarterback. He's done more with less, and he literally has the 4th best OC in his own division. 4th. CJ is at his best, taking play-action shots on him, breaker, booting out of the pocket, and putting it right on you. I think his anticipation is elite. He's shown the ability to go PG mode from the gun and pick his spots in the intermediate part of the field. And I understand what Nick Caserio was doing by bringing this offense here, because in this Earhart-Perkins offense, if you can master it, if you can get all the checks and stuff right at the line, this becomes your offense. This will not be another Shanahan scheme where you're kind of like beholden to the schematics of the actual offense. With this, CJ is allowed to kind of like check into what he thinks is right, kind of read the coverage pre-snap, and that allows you to kind of like cycle through these OCs, especially if we win a Super Bowl this year, which I think we will. It's important to feel like every guy that comes in isn't going to change the scheme or it's going to be a new system every 2 or 3 years. If he masters this Earnhardt Perkins system, it becomes his system. It's predicated off of defensive alignment, and it leans heavily on checks at the line of scrimmage from both the O-line and CJ. And he struggled year one at that. But he leaned on vets who saw defenses the same way he did, i.e. Dalton Schultz with a career-high 82 catches at 777 yards. I think year two is going to present more opportunity to check into more advantageous looks simply because CJ, he sees it better. His process is improved, as should any player in their second year of a scheme. Then, old Casario, bringing in some Bud Light drinking, F-150 drive the lineman, and a crash shot at RB that will religiously set the tone. And by the way, I think Brady Smith is the best offseason addition, and if you don't, I think you're stupid. I'm just saying that. Now that defenses have to respect the run this year, a few more base looks is all he needs. Just a few more. Just drop that safety down a little bit more, and CJ gonna be dropping it on y'all head. It's that simple. We know Casario and D'Amico are 1,000% committed to running the ball. Now they got the pieces to do it. They should pay him before the next season starts because he might easily have the best year of his career. And that QB tax hit different. We're talking about 10 to 15 mil probably. I got him having career highs in some categories, despite the little elf guy calling plays. We got 3,900 yards, 28 TDs, 6 interceptions, 76 completions. And if you disagree, you don't know ball.